As he positioned himself in a familiar spot on the dusty roadside outside the gates of Jericho, the city of palms, Bartimaeus breathed in the sweet-smelling aroma of dates, palm honey, and balsam groves. The eastern sun poked its head over the horizon, and he knew it wouldn't be long before he could barely make out the shadows of scattered crowds as they began dancing in the morning light. Although he was incapable of seeing the sun with his physical eyes, he was used to feeling the warmth its rays produced. Through a lifetime of listening, Bartimaeus had learned how to measure the size of crowds by seeing with his ears, and they were rumored to swell to record proportions this very day because Jesus of Nazareth would be making the 15-mile trek up from Jerusalem. Like everyone else, Bartimaeus was fixated on him because of the monumental miracles that seemed to show up everywhere he went. Bartimaeus must have been physically fatigued and mentally exhausted from the humiliating but necessary act of begging each day just to survive. While this daily routine summed up his existence, I'm confident he dreamed of what it would be like to see, what it would be like to have a real job, and what it would be like to have a normal life. The thought, there has to be more, burned through his synapses every single day. But the harsh reality was that being a blind beggar was his life, and it weighed him down like a sack of grain from the marketplace. Encounter with Jesus. Bartimaeus' senses were locked and loaded on the fast-moving crowd. He could feel the excitement in the air and taste the dust kicked in his direction. Jesus was coming. Bartimaeus' stomach must have been in knots as his anticipation increased by the minute. Had this been present day, I imagine he would have been blasting Eye of the Tiger by Survivor through his earbuds. This was his moment, and no one would take it away from him. No more begging. No more stumbling through darkness. No more being mocked, ridiculed, and made fun of. No more whispers from people feeling sorry for him. No more shade thrown at him. No more shame from wondering why he was being punished. This was his only hope and one chance for a different life, a better life. I think Jesus is close. Now. Jesus, Son of David, Bartimaeus cried out. Yes, I did it. Be quiet, came hurled in his direction, an immediate rejection. Shut up, another bystander shouted, all but suggesting that Jesus of Nazareth didn't have time for broke blind beggars like Bartimaeus. No, this can't be. Please. Bartimaeus had anticipated this exact moment for so long, and now it seemed to be slipping out of his grasp. This was not how he envisioned this once-in-a-lifetime encounter. This was not supposed to be how his story ended. In this deafening and defining moment, he was faced with two choices. He could either hang his head in defeat and remain a blind beggar, or raise his voice above the resistance and seize the supernatural.